na Macklin is not able to score.
Wow, that would be the 5th personal against Kirby Raimundo. That's huge because Kirby is having a vintage ball game here.
Oh, baka mapilitan si Coach Francis Chua to bring back Rudy Hatfield, who started in this game. I think they need an energy guy in this 4th period. Someone who can play tough defense, get some boards. And Jordan is being rested now by Coach Norman Black for the stretch run. So pagkakataon na to ni Macklin to get those points inside, rebounds.
Because right now the matchup will be Vernon Macklin against Ali Peak. And Macklin wants that ball immediately. Shot clock down to 10. It's Kirby who has the ball. And Kirby fires, and Kirby with 21 points.
He's not finished. He's got 5 personal fouls.
Meantime, here's Jimmy with a fake. He fires. That's a 3.
Huge pick by Ali Peak. At ito, hinawakan ni Jimmy si Vernon Macklin.
And Jimmy holding on for dear life.
Yeah. Look at this pick set up by Ali Peak. And he was actually rolling to the basket. He would have been easy. 2 points para sa kanya. A pick and roll play.
Who gets the ball? It ends up with Dillinger. 74-65. Namang pa rin ang Talking Text. And they're running and they're scoring.
It's back to the transition attack. And if you're Coach Norman Black, you gotta love this. His big guy, Al Husseini, si Raba, running the break and getting the finish. Si Macklin, pangatlong personal foul na.
And Raba completes a 3-point play, so it's back to a 12-point lead for Talking Text, 77-65. Parakel was all alone.
Nice pass coming from Macklin. Second chance points. Makita natin ang huge discrepancy, 11-0. Turnover points, ang discrepancy. Well, actually, they're now 14 and 14. Pareho. You know, at the end of the half, it was 14 and 4 in favor of Talking Text.
Ali Peak scoring against Vernon Macklin at the post.
You know, that hurts. That hurts. If you're the local big guy scoring against the Ginebra import, and, you know, Macklin really has to show up defensively, it's not too late.
LA crashes to the ground, but quickly gets up.
A lot of basketball time left, 9:02. Lead is 12, and could be 10, depending on how LA does from the line. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina about Macklin. Ang conference average niya, 26.4. And tonight, only 6 points. I don't know if he's intimidated by the towering presence ni Jerome Jordan. But meron naman pagmamalaki ito si Macklin. He played for the Detroit Pistons in the NBA. Jordan played, of course, for the New York Knicks. Isang teammate niya, Ronaldo Pagman.
So 10-point ball game para sa Talking Text. They have Castro, Ali Peak, Jared Dillinger, Raba Husseini, as well as Ryan Reyes. And here's Castro. He slices through and scores again.
That's again against Macklin. So the last 2 shots of Talking Text have come against the defense of Macklin. Kanina, si Ali Peak. And that time, it was, sino nga naka-score? Castro? Yan, si Castro.
Wala pa rin ang Ginebra. New shot clock here. Here's Kirby getting a nice pass from Ellis. One more try, and Kirby will take 2. No sign at all from the Ginebra bench that Kirby will be replaced, despite Kirby nursing 5 personal fouls.
You know, he's playing like a man possessed at this stage. Nakita natin yung second leap ni Kirby Raimundo, grabbing his own miss on the offensive rebound.
Ali Peak will sit down. Babalik na. Ang bagong import ng Talking Text na si Jerome Jordan.
And Macklin couldn't take advantage, no? Couldn't capitalize. Wala doon si Jordan, and Macklin didn't score. Worse, yung Talk and Text offensive players, yung mga penetrators were scoring against him.
Itag is Raba Lucene.
Sakot tinamaan. And that's six. That's 6 personal fouls. And Kirby Raimundo's gone. He fouled the jump shooter. A breakout game for Kirby Raimundo with 22 points and 9 rebounds. He now goes to the bench. At ito yung sinasabi natin, we were anticipating that Rudy Hatfield would check in for him.
So
Coach Al Chua, big gamble to keep him in the game.
Kirby's vintage performance ends.
Yeah.
With still over 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Worse, ang bigyan niya ng foul si Al-Husseini from the outside. But you know, that's water under the bridge. The lead is 12. A lot of basketball time left. A lot of time for Macklin to show up.
LA Tenorio. LA, 15 points in the ball game. However, this is still a 10-point advantage para sa Talking Text. That's a reach-in from Tenorio. That is a foul.
Maagang papasok sa penalty situation ang Barangay Ginebra. That was the 5th team foul of the Kings. They are now in the penalty.
So timeout muna tayo. Talking Text still leading 82-72. So timeout muna tayo. Talking Text still leading 82-72. Under 8 minutes remaining in this ball game. Again, Pinito, what are the implications outcome ito ng matalo sa Barangay Ginebra? Baka lumagpak sila sa 7th spot. Baka lang, no? Depending on quotients, depending on how we break possible ties. Si Mark Tagiwa, hindi nakakataro. Along with Billy Mamaril with a fractured hand. Maraming bagay hindi nakakapaglaro si Mark Tagiwa. This is the 5th straight game that he will sit out. Tagiwa is the only player in the PBA among locals who has scored double digits every game. That's a big three para kay Ranidel Leo Campo. And that's the 8th three-point shot. That's all he's got. Ang Barangay Ginebra has scored only 2 from that win. Big question here for Ginebra. Macklin is not having his usual game-back game. Kirby was giving them the offensive output that they needed, but he fouled out. Now where will Ginebra get the scoring that they desperately need in order to bounce back here? Well, they're looking to LA Tenorio.
But kung hindi nakaka-score si Macklin, hindi na pumapasok yung mga 3-point shot ng Barangay Ginebra, they're running the gun.
Here's Larry for three. That ball goes straight to Rudy Hatfield. Here's Ellis. Ellis will step on the brakes. Hesitation move. Ellis. He wanted to slam it home.
And they probably would have made it a continuation of Pinagmado Lutira.
Si Jared Dillinger tinawagan ng kanyang second personal foul. First free throw goes in para kay Chris Ellis. Here's our Coach Saver miracle shot. Ryan Reyes at the buzzer. Meantime, 85-73. Lamang pa rin ang Talking Text as we near the halfway mark of the court.
Ellis playing defense against Castro.
And to shoot for Talking Text. Jared spins. Larry lost it. Recovered by Jordan. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Jared. Jared fires. And Castro got it! Just in the nick of time.
The shot clock almost out of Talking Text.
Talking Text really pushing all the right buttons here in the fourth and final quarter. Oh, won't work para kay Macklin. He got his own miss. He tries again. Still no go. Here's Castro. Larry, back to Jason. They go to Ranidale with a mismatch against J.J. Helterbrand.
Right now, Talking Text, hinahanap nila yung mismatch. They know that LA Tenori and J.J. Helterbrand playing together. Penalty situation in effect against Barangay Ginebra kanina pa. Ang Talking Text, wala pa sa penalty. Jordan, very quiet, 12 points. But a ton of rebounds, 16 rebounds para sa kanya. It's that presence. It's the inside presence na hinahanap si Coach Tony Black na nabibigay naman ni Jordan.
Rudy Hatfield. Jordan, 4 points tonight for Rudy Hatfield. I suppose if we evaluate Jerome Jordan as Ranidale sent it to Jerome Jordan for that slam. Yung papel niya, parang Bruno Sundo. I don't think he's expected to score like 30 points a night for this Talking Text team.
But I think he has a lot more moves than Sundo. I think he also has a nice touch. The way he got that ball in the steal. But kanina, nung nabigyan ng pass yung Jordan sa loob, you watch it right here. Again, the question mark. Nasaan si Macklin? He was there trying to play defense on the wrong guy. And he backed off. He didn't play physical defense. He backed off. Nung nakita niya, lilipat na si Jordan.
Here's Macklin. Oh! And he is fouled.
He's entitled to an off night, I guess. I think Macklin has brought a lot of victories to Barangay Ginebra. Remember that 6-game winning streak ng Barangay Ginebra? Si Macklin was super in that stretch. Ayun nga lang, critical to game na to, baka lumagpak sa 7th spot. Ang Barangay Ginebra, makakalaban nila rain or shine with a quite unique disadvantage.
Here's the lapag to Jordan. Jordan. Oh! This is it. Rebound. Hatfield. At the pick ni Ranidale. It's a steal. And here's Jimmy. Over to Jordan.
The open for Jordan. They're looking for him to dunk. And anytime you have your import providing that kind of energy and offense, yung moral ng team itataas. And yung moral ng Barangay Ginebra, hindi ko na nakikita kasi ang baba ng qual playing level ni Macklin in this game.
Here's that thunderous jam by Talking Texas new import. The euphoric celebration of Jimmy Alapag after that play. That's why Talking Tex is on top, 93-77.
You remember that the first time naglaro itong dalawang koponan in the first in this conference rather, nanalo po ang Barangay Ginebra 107-100, but naglaro si Mark Caguiwa dun eh. He had 28 points at si VMAC had 24 points. In that game, si Donel Harvey at 23 and Alapag at 23. But hindi naglaro si Ryan Reyes. Malaking bagay si Reyes because provides a lot of energy on defense for the team. And Macklin is continuing to miss. He is now 3 out of 12 from the floor. You know, if you're a 6'10 guy, you can shoot that percentage from the floor.
Are you going to make him stay for remedial classes?
No, wala sa team sleep ito ngayon. Kasi yung mga team sleep, puro mga nasa honor roll. Oh, yan. Wala sa honor roll ngayon si Macklin. Not in this game.
Here's Jimmy for 3. Straight, a bit strong, but hustle play by Jared Dillinger. You know, there were many questions surrounding this Talking Tex team. They lose Kelly Williams. They lose Donel Harvey. They bring in Jerome Jordan as Larry overshoots. It seems that with over 3 minutes to go, they might pass this test against Ginebra in convincing fashion. Here's JJ. He'll try again. No, sir. And that 3-point shot was not good there.
So, Barangay Ginebra. Macklin can't even score from inside. He's being defended every time he touches the ball. Nakita natin yung leaping ability ni Chris Ellis. That guy out-rebounded Jordan Canina. Can you believe that? Si Chris Ellis out-rebounding the 7-foot Jordan for the offensive rebound. Huh?
Well, Ginebra will need many more big plays as such.
Well, with 3:26 to go. Hindi pa nga nakaka-double figures. Si Macklin, now he scores 10 points. Also, Barangay Ginebra to get back to this game, they're down by 14. They need turnovers against Talking Tex. They need 3-point shots. They need baskets in a hurry. There's a turnover.
And here's Ellis. And Ellis sends it to Macklin. And Macklin takes it back.
Oh. What a bonehead play. Macklin should have gone for the shot. Ellis was out of bounds. Siya napagahan. Things are not really working right for Barangay Ginebra.
Run for a cause, run with the fans for the benefit of the Cancer and Hematology Center, the Philippine Children's Medical Center, the 2-kilometer fitness walk, 3-kilometer run, 5-kilometer run, 10-kilometer run, 15-kilometer run. Those are the events that you can join. Happening April 21, that's a Sunday at the Frontera Verde in Quezon. See you all there. Under 3 minutes to go in our Super Bowl Sunday, and naman pa rin ang Talking Tex, 93-79. Basically, Kinito, I mean, Jordan Dunks the ball again. This has been wire-to-wire dominance by Talking Tex.
And they're looking for him. And it's easy. He's making himself available for the pass. Makita natin, no? Randy Do Campo. Eh kasi naman, sinong gumagwardya kay Jordan para kay Ellis? Si Macklin, ba yung ginagwardya niya eh? Si Randy Do Campo. Parang mali yata yun.
Well, here's Macklin against Jordan, and he sends it outside. Barakel to JJ. Elterbrand. A rebound. Ends up with Jimmy Alapad. 2.5 remaining, and some of the fans inside the Mall of Asia Arena, feeling that the outcome is much unless in biblical proportions. Instead, here's Ranidel, and he will miss. Rebound para kay Chris Ellis.
You know, what we've also noticed in this game is that Talking Tex had a basic rule. Every time makahawak ng bola si Macklin, double team. And I think that took away his move, that took away and it made Jordan Macklin a mere mortal. Eh, kasi in his previous games, parang Superman siya eh. I think Jordan is going to fit very well with his team.
He's certainly passing his first test with this team. Although he missed it that time. So your initial evaluation of Jerome Jordan?
He'll fit.
He'll fit.
Oo, nakita ko. He runs the floor well. I think he trusts his teammates. Marami siyang kayang gawin eh. He gives them intimidation sa loob na hindi nabigay ni
We'll take this time out. Talking Tex on top, 96-82. Okay, let's look at the team standings and yung team standings. Dapat naaral natin ito, ano? You look at Ginebra and you look at where Talking Tex is.
Well, yung Barangay Ginebra will finish the conference at 7-7.
The elimination round.
Rather, yes. The elimination. Tapos yung Talking Tex, aakyat sila sa 7-6. Na meron pa silang isang game against Petron. Kung manalo ang Talking Tex doon, if they sweep, ang Barangay Ginebra is gonna go down, further down the ladder. And depends on what happens with Meralco's last game, no? And they will be involved in a quotient system tie break.
Ethan here's Barakel. Barakel really wanted to celebrate his birthday with a Ginebra victory, but looks like it is not meant to be. With only 1 minute and 11 remaining, it was fourth and final quarter. Talking Tex led by as many as 17 points in the second quarter. Talking Tex really using Jordan dunks again. Talking Tex had that blistering start in the opening quarter. They led 32-17. There was a mild run by Ginebra in that second period, led by Kirby Raimundo. But end of the first half, lamang pa rin ang Talking Tex, 47-37. In that third quarter, Talking Tex still led 17-63 end of the third. And here in the fourth, Quilito, I mean, Ginebra was trying and trying and trying. But Talking Tex did all the right things in keeping Ginebra at arm's length.
I think the big deal was yung kanilang double team against Macklin. It took away his game. Tapos hinahanap nila si Jordan. And you watch this offensive rebound and a putback galing kay Jordan. He's got 21 points along with 16 rebounds, 17 rebounds. And you know, he had a very slow start. In fact, no second period, naka 2 points lang yan si Jordan. But I think he was pacing himself. Marunong. I think gumagamit ng utak ito, no? He's a player who can fit very well in this role being given to him by Coach Norman Black. Ito, no? Wala nang double team against Macklin. That's why he was able to get away. And he will go to the line. But yung double team kanina was unforgiving against Vernon Macklin. Palagay ko talagang pinaghandaan ni Coach Norman Black how to stop Macklin from getting his usual numbers.
Vernon Macklin is a highlight machine. Norman knows the way to stop Ginebra is to stop them from making highlights. To stop them from making highlights, the crowd cannot participate in the action on the floor.
Well, when you're double teamed, you have to look to pass. And he had 8 assists in Ginebra's last game against Alaska. So meron naman passing ability si Macklin. Pero here, kuminsan na triple team pa si Macklin. And they took away his line of vision. Wala na siyang makitang papasahan. And it was a long, long night for Vernon Macklin.
Also, if whoever faces this Talking Heads team in the next round, they're looking at this team now, and now they're concerned with Jerome Jordan and how to stop this guy.
And look at this Jordan. He's scoring even from medium range.
And only 30 seconds remaining. Talking Heads and the Super Bowl.
And here's the last shot coming from LA. Still missed it from the outside. That'll do it.
Well, Jerome Jordan passing his first test to the PBA quite nicely, leading Talking Heads to a 186 victory here inside the Mall of Asia Arena.
Well, Jordan saved his best for last. 11 out of his 23 points coming in the fourth period. Remember in the second quarter, he only scored 2 points. But iba na din ang pinakita ng malaking mama na to.
Back leading you to choose Jerome Jordan as our best player. And we're going to talk with the new Talking Heads input right now. And Kinita, I know you have a very important for Jerome.
Your best for last, you had 11 out of your 23 in the fourth period. Tell us what it was like playing here in the PBA after having played internationally and in the NBA.
It's great, you know, coming over here and experiencing a different style of play and coming and playing against familiar faces like Vernon. You know, I've seen him a couple times in the D League, so it was great.
Well, in the first period, I noticed that you motioned to Coach Norman Black to replace you. Were you pacing yourself? I mean, this was your first game in the PBA.
Yeah, a little bit, but at the same time, you know, I wanted to be aggressive and save myself a little bit for the second half because I knew it was a long game, so I was trying to pace myself a little bit.
Jerome, here's your chance to talk to the Talking Heads fans who were so excited to watch you play. Here's your chance to give them a shout-out.
You know, I want to thank you guys for coming out and supporting or staying home watching us on TV. We're just going to try and make a strong push right now, get a great seeding in the playoffs, and try to win the whole thing.
Congratulations, Jerome Jordan and the rest of the Talking Heads, Tropang Texers, winning over Ginebra 100-86 inside the Mall of Asia Arena. For Erica Padilla, my partner El Decano, Senor Quinito Henson, I'm Miko Alili saying good night from the Bay. Meantime, stand by, Active Center. Next